Hey guys, it's August. Welcome back or welcome to my channel. And as you can see by the title, we are doing a sit down little chit chat video. I just wanted to share and talk to you guys about how I study and little tips that have helped me tremendously along my academic career. But make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. If you see me looking off to the side, I have my little notes on my MacBook of things that I kind of want to talk about and the tips that I want to share. So if you see me glaring over here, that's why. But let's get straight into the video. So the first tip that I have for you guys is to set the vibe. That is the first thing I always do when I'm studying. If my space feels chaotic or it's messy or it's dirty or maybe it's junky, I cannot focus. So what I will do is I'll straighten up my desk. I will maybe spray some aromas, or I will do some laundry, make up my bed, pretty much just tidy up my space, because clean space, clean mind. I'm telling y'all, it helps me so focus so much. For setting the vibe, I would also highly recommend some background music. For me, when I'm studying, I prefer music with no lyrics so I don't get distracted. So I will sometimes do jazz, or I will do lo-fi, just any type of instrumental background music. I'm telling y'all, it works so well. The next tip that I have for you guys is to break it up into chunks. I think one of the biggest mistakes I used to make was trying to study for literally like 6 to 8 hours straight. Don't do that. Now what I do is I break it into chunks, so it can kind of be like the Pomodoro method. If you don't know what the Pomodoro method is, that's when you do 25 minutes of studying and then you take a 5-minute break. But for me, sometimes that can also, breaking it into chunks can also consist of just planning out how I'm going to study for that week or for that day, and just doing time blocks and setting time aside for each subject. And it just helps to keep me motivated and not so drained, because sometimes when you're studying for so long, your brain just gets so tired from consuming all this information, and it can just be a lot. Studying is a lot in general, so breaking it into chunks can make it a lot easier for you, and it can help relieve a lot of stress when it comes to studying, especially if it's for topics you struggle in or topics that you find very hard and difficult to retain all the information needed. The next tip that I want to share with you guys is active recall over rereading. So this is another tip that really changed the game for me, and that is active recall. So instead of just like rereading my notes or rereading the readings that are assigned in class, I will quiz myself. So I will literally just like close my notebook. I will try to explain the concept out loud, or I'll do flashcards. Sometimes I'll even have like AI try and quiz me on the things, or I'll do Quizlets, gizmos, like things like that that help with that active recall, that help you actually retain the information and not just know it, but actually know how you can apply it. Especially in my senior year, I would say, no, maybe my junior year up to this point, knowing how to actually apply the things that you are learning in the course is essential. So basically, it's just making my brain work a little harder so the information will stick a whole lot better. My next tip is to make studying less boring. I try to make studying fun, or at least less boring. I'm not sure studying can really be fun, but I try to make it as least boring as possible. So for me, that means like I would use colorful pens or sticky notes, or when I'm studying or doing active recall, I'll try and turn it into a little game. It just sort of keeps me motivated, especially when I'm studying, again, like if I'm doing a pretty big study day, and of course I'm taking breaks in between, but I'm still studying a lot of information, or even information that I find hard to understand or hard to retain. It makes it so much easier, and it honestly makes it a little bit more fun and entertaining for me. My fifth and last tip for you guys would be to be realistic with yourself. Okay, so instead of saying I'm going to study all day, what I will do is I'll set a smaller goal, like I will review 2 chapters today, or I will write a whole page front and back for a study guide that I have. I literally just did that today, and it helps so much, and it helps you feel more accomplished than making you feel like you're just so behind, right? Which can motivate you even more. And even if I don't get everything done, it is okay. Progress is better than perfection. I would rather me stay on one topic all day and actually understand it than do 6 topics and be confused about every single one of them. You know what I mean? So the goal here with studying is to learn and know the material, right? You need to know it literally like the back of your hand. And I know that can be really hard when you have so many classes and you have so many things coming up, but I really think these tips are going to help you and take you to the next level. All right, you guys, those are my main study tips. I really hope they help you out if you're trying to get into a better study routine, or just trying to have a better mindset about studying. I know studying can be very, very overwhelming, and it can really just be sort of tedious, but I really hope these tips help you out. If you have any study tips of your own, please drop a comment, because I love learning new study tips. I pretty much learn new study tips every single day, and I would love to hear what you do. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. I love you, but Jesus loves you more. Bye.